Good afternoon, Thunder Nation. Welcome to your matinee hockey game between your Pikes Peak Thunder versus the Monument Hockey Club. This is a reunion of sorts for a lot of these players coming out of the same development group. So hopefully it's a friendly contest and we don't get it a little bit too trippy. So starting a goal today for your Pikes Peak Thunder is going to be Dustin Adams Brown, and he is going to be our goaltender for the tournament. Sorry about that. We've been technical difficulties here. We're going to get this timer squared away. We'll catch that up here in just a minute. All right. Apologies for that. We're going to let this timer run. It's 15-minute periods rather than 17, so we had a little bit of a technical snafu. Game is underway. I missed the starting lineup, so at the face-off to the left of Dusty is going to be Wesley Hall's line. He's going to have Jamison Cooper and Will Blasco with him. Colton Snuggs and Caden Wally will be out there as well. Thunder trying to push it up the near side boards out to the blue line, wrapped back in by Monument to the far side. They send it back around behind the net, where Thunder defenders are able to disrupt the play and get it back onto the blue line. Soft shot from the near side point goes wide and is bounding around behind the backside of the goal. Another soft shot from the blue line is blocked, and Snubs brings it out to center ice, 1-on-4. He sends a shot in behind the goal while the Thunder are changing behind the play. A good forechecking effort, keeps it in the zone. Monument gets it out to center ice, and the Thunder finish their line change. Monument's going for their own line change. They send it back in and wrap it around the backside of the goaltender and up along the near side boards, where it comes out to center ice, where Cole Severe brings it in. He's 1-on-3, loses the puck, and Monument sends it the other way. Monument defender goes through to Monument forward gets through two and gets a shot on goal, but nice save by Dusty, sends it to the corner. And the puck is pushed up to the blue line by Gavin Leon. Monument sends another shot in on goal. Easy blocker save by Dusty, who puts it back behind the goal. And Thunder scrambling for the puck, trying to get it out of their zone. Monument's controlling at their blue line, sends another shot in that is directed into the near corner. Puck battle in the near side corner between Karina and a couple of Monument forwards, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Looks like Nick Holly and Koa Severe can get it at the blue line. Shot from Koa is blocked into the corner, and Monument starts the rush. Nice angle move, puts him offside by Monument right at the blue line. It was a nice move up to center ice, and then it did a spin-a-llama. Was two wingers went in ahead of him, and so that causes an offside, and we're going to get a wholesale line change here. So Gage Nelson's going to come out and take this face-off just outside the Thunder zone. He's going to have Serafino with him. On defense, it looks like we've got Marshall Correga and Wallace Dover. In the last forward we have is Ike Everhart. Puck is dropped, goes into the Thunder defensive zone where Gage Nelson picks it up behind the goal. Good forechecking by Monument, leads a turnover. Shot from the slot, saved by Dusty, and then puck comes out to center ice. Dover goes back to recover the puck, sends it over to Kaliga. Errant pass ends up on a stick of a Monument forward who was in on the forecheck, and he pushes it to the blue line. They wrap it back in behind the goal, and it goes to the far side boards, where Kaliga goes back Left gets in his way, and a centering pass comes out to Aiden Wiseman, who intercepts. And he sends it the length of the ice for an icing as Thunder needed a line change. They were in a defensive zone the entire time. So Blasco and Dover come out to play defense. It looks like we're going to have Cooper, Snuggs, and Wesley Hall as our forwards. Puck drop will be to the right of Dusty. Puck is dropped and controlled by Monument. Blasco takes the puck away from the Monument forward and pushes it up the far side boards. Puck gets reversed, and Jamison Cooper gets it and gets it out to center ice, where Wesley Hall is trying to move it forward at the blue line. Puck is tipped and finally gets into the offensive zone, but Monument hockey defense is able to get the puck right back out to center. Blasco's fighting along the far side boards at center ice for the puck, and Wesley comes in and picks up the loose puck and comes in 2-on-2 with Cooper. Nice defensive work by Monument, gets the puck back out of the zone, and they go in the other way. Chip it into the far side corner. Tollefson comes out, reverses it up near side boards to Cooper. Cooper chips it up, but it ends up on a stick of a Monument player. He sends a soft shot in, an easy save by Dusty. The Monument's already got 3 shots on goal. We don't have any. Boys are still trying to knock off a week's worth of rust. So Karina Fruins coming out to take this face off. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument. Shot from the point is blocked by Tollefson. The rebound ends up back on a stick of a Monument player. He takes a shot from the slot, and it's nice save by Dusty. And then Monument player is knocked over by looks like Tollefson. Monument's doing a good job of controlling the puck, passing it around. Dusty has made some really nice saves early in this game, and they're pushing along near side boards. Puck ends up on a stick of Gavin Leon. He kicks it to near side boards. Tollefson pushes it up to the blue line momentarily, and it looks like Brett Hawley comes in. Excuse me, that's Brett. That's going to be... sorry about that. Puck gets over to Monument. Monument shot from blue line. Easy save by Dusty. Dusty sends it back out. Puck comes out to center ice, and Monument will have to regroup while the Thunder go for a partial line change. Marshall Pereira comes on. Shot. Oh! Shot from the top of the circles is initially saved by Dusty. He pops it up in the air and then comes out of his glove. He spins around to try and catch it, but knocks it into the goal. And it was going to be a 1-0 Monument lead. That was a nice initial save, but it just kind of handcuffed Dusty, and he popped that puppy up and then tried to turn around and swing and catch it the second time and knocked it into the goal. That happens sometimes. So Gage Nelson's out here, takes the puck drop under control at the offensive blue line, sends a soft shot in on goal, which is directed to the corner by the Monument goaltender. Monument's defense starts to bring it out to near side boards and ships it through center ice. Dover's going back to the defensive zone, keeps it behind the net, and spins it up the far side boards where Ike Everhart pinches off a Monument player. Thunder able to get it to the blue line, but Monument keeps it in, and they send it right back around behind the goal. Wraps off the boards and out to center ice. Stretch pass across neutral ice. Ends on the stick of the Monument forward, who gets inside the blue line. Nice centering pass from below the dot to a waiting forward who chips it behind Dusty. And it is 2-0 Monument. Nothing Dusty could have done with that. The defenseman in front was trying to tie up, but in perfect set of circumstances, that pass came out of the corner, and Monument was able to get to it quicker than we were and slid it right between the pillows for a 2-0 lead. So Wes Hall is out here to take this next face-off. It's controlled by Monument. Monument chips it forward, but Blasco comes and picks it up. Blasco takes a big hit and gets knocked down. That doesn't happen very often, but the Thunder push it all the way down to the goal line of Monument. Monument wraps it back around and sends it the length of the ice, where Blasco goes back to pick it up and chips it up the far side boards all the way out to center ice, where Monument regroups. Monument spins back into the V zone, turns the puck over at the blue line, but good recovery. They get it back up to center ice, and Zwally picks the puck up and tries to chip it out of the defensive zone, but it's set back behind. Blasco gets control. He looks like he sends it the length of the ice, but a Monument player tried to catch it, and so icing's waved off. Thunder go for a line change. Koa Severe's out on a forecheck. Monument sends a stretch pass into the zone. Gavin Leon goes behind the net to pick it up, takes a hit. Centering pass is deflected. Goes up the blue line, skips out to center ice. Monument is offside by a country mile as that puck hopped over the stick of the defenseman now, probably to the dot, and then he brought it right back in. Monument's trying to tag up and unable to do so. So rest of the Thunder forwards are able to switch out. Gage Nelson comes out with Hayden Wiseman and Ike Everhart. On defense is Tollefson and Leon. Monument controls, wraps it off to the far side boards and all the way around. Puck battle near side at the blue line. Monument comes out of the pile momentarily and is able to keep it in. Stick work gets it to center ice, and Gage Nelson brings it in. He's got Wiseman with him, gets a nice pass over to Wiseman, who takes a snapshot top of the circle near side, but is saved by the Monument goaltender who covers up. That's about the most offense that we've had in this first 9 minutes of this game, so let's see if we can build on that. Nelson takes a face off just to the left of the Monument goaltender, but Monument comes out on the face off with control. Ship it up the near side boards and out to center ice. And they control on our blue line. Big puck battle at the blue line. Puck is sent over from the near side to the far side, and centering pass is cut off by Marshall Kaliga in the slot. Slap shot from the point. Great save by Dusty. Picks up the rebound. Follow up. Even better save on the Monument forward, who is all alone in front of the net. Dusty covers it up, and he does a great job of keeping this a 2-0 game. So the next face-off is going to be left of Dusty. Coming out to take the face-off is the Wesley Hall line. He's going to have Jameson Cooper and Snuggs with him as usual. Soft shot from the point is saved, but Monument able to get on the rebound and tips it around Dusty, who had stopped the initial shot. The rebound goes in the back of the net, and it is now 3-0. Monument is 6-19 up in the game. I'm sure the boys are getting a little bit frustrated, as is Dusty, but there's some good shots from the point. Puck is dropped. Thunders push it forward. Monument defense goes back to their own zone. Start to break out. Get it to center ice, but turn it over to the Thunder, who sent a shot in from the red line. From the center ice. It's held by the goalie momentarily, and then he lets it go. Cooper in on the forecheck. He sends a shot that goes through the crease, and we'll have a whistle. Looks like the goaltender knocked the cage off of Maureen's there, and so we will have a offensive zone face-off with some new personnel coming out. Looks like Karina Frew coming out. She's going to have Koa Severe with her, and Braxton, Zwally, and Blasco on defense. Puck is dropped. Monument gets it. It's kept in at the blue line and sent back in. Shot goes wide, but comes out to center ice. Goes all the way back to the Thunder goal line, where Zwally gets it and tries to push it back up. Turnover right in front of the net. No harm, no foul, but the puck comes out of the zone, and the Thunder Karina does a nice job. Koa did a nice job of pushing them back out to center ice. They send it back in. Blasco dodges a check in the near side corner and pushes it up to the blue line. Sent back in by the Monument defenseman, and they control the near side corner. Stretch pass comes out. to the top of the circle to the near side D-man. It sends a shot in. Dusty sees that all the way and makes an easy save and covers it up for a line change and another face-off. Dusty's faced 15 shots on goal already in its first 10 minutes of this game. So defense is going to have to lock down a little bit more. Coming out to take this face-off is Gage Nelson. Puck is dropped, and Monument controls along near side boards momentarily. Puck comes out of the corner and gets scoots all the way across the ice. It comes out to center ice, where Ike Everhart is trying to keep it in, but it comes all the way back behind the Thunder goal. Puck's wrapped off the board. Reisman gets it in the offensive zone, but he is 1 on 3. Puck comes out to Nelson, who gets a shot that's blocked and goes into the near corner, and Monument comes out with the puck and starts their breakout. Chips it forward, goes too wide, goes the length for an icing. So stretch back from Monument leads to an icing, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off with 4:13 left in this first. 3-0 Monument Hockey Club. Shout out to all of you parents who weren't able to make it up here, who are watching or listening here. We appreciate it. Please throw comments in there if you have feedback for us. I'm happy to take it. Puck is dropped, but Wesley Hall pushes it to the near side corner of the offensive zone. It gets reversed, and Monument comes out the far side corner and chips it out to the center ice. Playing a little ping pong at center ice, and it goes back in. Looks like Cooper banged it off the boards on the wrong side of the red line, and it goes all the way down for a face-off, for an icing, and now a face-off in the Thunder defensive zone, where it looks like Wesley Hall will be taking this to the left of Dusty. So Kallega and Dover out on defense, Cooper and Snuggs. Monument controls the face-off. Nice shot from the point. Save and covered by Dusty once again. So Wesley takes this face-off. Monument again controls, but Cooper cuts it off, and he chips it off the boards and tries to go get his pass back. Does a nice job of forechecking. Snuggs comes in and is able to push the puck into the corner. So a little disruptive for us here. We're getting a little bit of offensive going. Wesley Hall reverses the puck in far corner, but Monument picks it up behind the goaltender. Clearing pass is intercepted by Wesley, who's behind. His centering pass comes out to Snuggs. Snuggs does a great shot, stick saved by the goaltender, and it comes out to center ice. Monument in on the rush, sends a shot from the top of the circle, near side board, blocker behind the net by Dusty, and Monument comes out of the pile with the puck. Monument's centering pass is disrupted, and then Wesley Hall has it momentarily, chips it to another forward. It comes out to the far boards, where two Thunder are trying to get control of the puck, but Monument once again comes away with it. Puck is sent in softly, wide of the goaltender. They wrap it back around. Monument doing a nice job. Eric pass from Monument lands on Cooper's stick, who wisely just takes it, wraps it off the board, so everyone goes for a line change. Fortunately, it actually goes on goal, so no icing. Now we get some new personnel out there. Monument brings it back in. Shot is blocked by Blasco. It's in his feet. Karina comes in and chips it forward. Monument holds momentarily, and Blasco wraps it around the boards to the far side blue line, where Caden comes in and tries to push it out. Caden bangs it off the boards, but Monument gets control again, sends a shot that's deflected high and wide. And the Thunder will go into the near boards to try and recover it, and they're able to chip it back out to center ice, and it goes the length of the ice, and icing's waved off. Koa in on the forecheck, gets it, does a nice job getting the centering pass, but nobody came in to help, and Monument picks it up and sends it back out. Monument comes in, sends a shot from the top of the far circle. Easy glove save by Dusty, who's seen enough. He covers up, and we'll get some new personnel out there. 17 shots on goal, 1 minute 31 seconds left in the first period. 3-0 Monument Hockey Club. All gas, no breaks for them. we're going to have to make some adjustments at the period. Gage Nelson takes a face off. It is controlled by Monument again. A slap shot from the blue line is blocked by Ike Everhart and sent to the near side corner. Monument comes out of that, and as some kid looks like is trying to do a Michigan. That doesn't work out. Ike is on him, and he chips it forward to Gage Nelson, who sends it out to center ice. And Monument recovers, gets onside, and brings it back in. Nice stick by Gage, gets it back out to the red line. Monument goes back to the blue line, and then they chip it forward along the near side boards and bring it back in. Soft shot attempt from the top of the near side near side circle is gloved by Dusty, and we'll have another face-off. 50 seconds left in this first period. So looks like we're going to have Wesley Hall's line with Snuggs and Cooper out there, and on defense, Kalega and Dover. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument once again. Goes up the blue line. Eric pass between defensemen is intercepted by Cooper, who pushes the forecheck forward and gets him into the offensive zone. Monument recovers, gets the puck, pushes it out to center ice, and is on a rush. Centering pass from the far corner is intercepted by a Thunder defender, and they send it back out to center ice. The Monument will recover. And Rieger, puck sent in and chipped into the Thunder bench, where Paul, Coach DeVere, makes a nice job catching that puck, and we will have a face-off. So Braxton Koa and Karina are out here, take face-off again, controlled by Monument. Get it to the blue line, soft shot from the left, or from the right D, goes wide into the near corner. Blasco goes back behind his own goal. Him and Karina are fighting with two Monument players, and that will do it for the period. And we will end this period down 3-0. 18 shots to 3, so hopefully we get a little bit more out of the boys and lady here in the second period. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're getting ready for puck drop for the beginning of the second period. It has been all Monument Hockey Club. Gage Nelson's up to take a face-off. Hopefully we can turn the tide on this second period. Puck is dropped. Monument comes away with the puck and brings it in. Near side boards and behind down by the red line. Monument's trying to control along the near side boards, but Thunder defense are able to push it out to center. Puck comes out of the pile and Monument recovers. Nice stick work by Dover, chips the puck away, and Monument has to go back behind the net. Centering pass is intercepted, and Thunder get it out to center ice, where Gage Nelson brings it in. One-on-one, but it was a nice defensive stick work by Monument, sends it the other way. Monument forward brings it in 1-on-4. He wisely turns back out towards the blue line. And looks like Gage Nelson picks it up, and his centering pass over to Wiseman is just a little long. And Monument picks it back up and brings it out of their zone. Wesley Hall comes off the bench and picks the puck of the Monument forward and gets it back into the zone. Monument chips it back out to center ice, and Caden Swally gets it and sends it back into the offensive zone where Monument goes back. Turnover by Monument, shot by Cooper. Quick save. Thunder trying to keep it in at the blue line, and Monument gets a little scrambly, and they just sent it the length of the ice for an icing. They lost control in their own zone, and Thunder were able to get a couple of nice quick shots towards the goaltender. No harm, unfortunately, and Monument's able to ice it and get some new personnel on there and regroup. So it looks like Karina Foo's coming out to take the face-off. She's going to be with Cooper and Snuggs. Wins face-off, chips it full along near side boards, but Cooper's unable to get to it, and Monument comes out with the puck from behind their own goal. They chip it out to center ice. Blasco tries to keep it in, unable to do so. So while they're tagging up, Monument brings it in. Shot from the near side corner by Monument defender. The Monument forward is knocked away by Dusty. They get a second shot in, which Dusty sends it to the corner again, and Snuggs goes into the far corner, takes a hit, and she moves it forward. Blasco chips it up to the blue line. Looks like we've got 7 of the 10 players there. Monument comes out of the pile. Soft shot attempt is gloved by Dusty, who knocks it down. And Cooper gets up a loose change, wraps it off the near side board. But Monument picks up the puck and tries to send it out to the defenseman. Comes out of the zone. And we're going to get partial line change on both teams while people tag up. Some nifty stick work by the Monument forward. Shot attempt goes wide. Snuggs gets control of it, wraps it off the boards, and goes out to the Monument defenseman. He sends it back in on goal. And the Thunder trying to regroup. Another shot attempt goes wide of the net. Monument picks it up. Backhand shot attempt misses the net. Puck comes out to the blue line and sent back in behind the goal. Puck once again comes out. Looks like Cole does a nice job pickpocketing. Monument comes in. He's 1-on-3. He sends a soft shot attempt in on goal, which is sent to the side. His forward check pushes the puck back towards the Monument goalie, who, despite having numbers, he covers it up and gets a face-off. We'll get a personnel change. So it looks like Gage Nelson's going to come out to take the face-off. He's going to be with Ike Everhart and Hayden Wiseman. On defense, we're going to have Gavin Leon and Clint Olsen. Puck is dropped. Monument controls in the far corner. Chips it up the near side boards. Thunder get control. And Leon sends it back in. Wiseman's centering pass is cut down by Monument, who come out from behind the goal with the puck, and they send it up the near side boards. Everhart does a good job trying to keep it in, but Monument comes out of the pile and has a 2-on-1 shot by Monument high and wide, not even on goal, and that wraps all the way around and all the way back out to center ice. We've got stick. Looks like we had hit in at the blue line. The Monument comes in. Stick work pushes the puck into the near side corner. Wiseman doing a nice job, tries to get out of the zone, but is unable to get it there, and Monument sends it back in. Goes around the backside of the goal and out to the blue line. Monument defender sends it back in momentarily. Allison hits a Monument player and is able to get the puck out to center ice. Gage picks it up, and he comes in 1-on-4. His shot attempt is blocked, but goes on goal, and the Monument goaltender covers it up to prevent any harm. 10-11 left in the second period, still 3-0 Monument. 20 shots to 5 for the Monument Hockey Club. I said earlier, a lot of these kids know each other, having come up with similar systems, so kind of a reunion game. Puck is dropped. Snubs gets control of it, sends a backhand centering pass that goes through the crease and goes out to Noah. Monument gets the puck at the blue line, and it's a little long. Nice job trying to stretch and stay on side, but thankfully for us, they were offside, and we avoid a offensive chance for Monument. So Wesley Hall will take this face off just outside the zone. Puck is dropped. Once again controlled by Monument. Monument forwards wraps it off the far corner and sends it back behind the net. Chipped up along the near side boards, out the blue line. Monument turns it over, and they're emerging 2-on-1. Nice pass by Nelson over to Snubs. He's unable to get a hold of it. He takes a hit, goes into the corner, but Thunder able to keep control momentarily. Puck comes off the Thunder bench, and Monument brings it out in the offensive zone, but the puck is intercepted, sent back out to center ice, where Cooper comes off the bench and sends it back in. And he's now going for his line change. Wesley Hall in on the forecheck. The rest of the Thunder are able to get swapped out. Karina and Koa come out as forwards. Blasco and Kaliga on defense. Thunder push it forward into the offensive zone. Marshall goes back to his defense and tries to bring it on out. Big hit at the blue line. Puck comes out, goes all the way back to the Monument Hockey Club's goal line, where their defense tries to bring it out. Nice forechecking on the Thunder defense. Karina gets a stick on a loose puck, sends a shot. It's deflected, goes behind the net. Monument picks up the rebound and sends it the length of the ice, which goes for an icing. So Koa taking the face off with Karina. Zwally and Tollefson out on defense. Braxton's out. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument. They bring it out to center ice. 2-on-1. Nice pass by Monument, unable to do anything with it. Dusty does a nice job of closing off the far side post and shuts down the centering attempt. He covers up for a face-off. So face-off to the right of Dusty. Be a couple new people out here. Looks like Hayden Wiseman, Ike Everhart, Gavin Leon come on out. Nixon takes the face-off, controlled by Monument. Top of circles. Nelson doing a nice job harassing the player there. Puck goes to the near side corner. Tollefson hits a Monument player, ties the puck up there. It's like Tollefson's got two Monument players tied up, and puck comes back behind the goal where Everhart pushes it along. The far side boards. Centering pass comes to the center, and Thunder able to get control of it and push it back out to center momentarily. It comes right back in. Shot attempt is saved by Dusty, goes in the near corner. Comes back in. Tollefson fighting the Monument player underneath, behind the goal. Another Monument player comes in to help, and they push it up the near side boards. Leon comes out, chips it out to center ice, where Wiseman goes in on the forecheck, and the rest of the defense goes for a line change. Bad change leads to an odd man rush the other way. Thankfully, no harm, no foul, and Monument's not able to do anything with it. Leon goes in the near side corner. His pass is intercepted, and Monument maintains control. Shot from the blue line is 7 feet wide. Wraps off the boards and comes back out to the opposite side blue line and sent back in behind the goal. We've got Wesley Hall fighting with a Monument forward behind. They go down in a heap. A couple other players come in, and the puck comes out of the near side corner on the stick of Leon. He gets his pocket picked. Monument comes in, gets a shot in, slides off the edge of the stick, goes in on goal, and Dusty covers up. So we're going to get a line change here. 6:17 left in the second period. Still 3-0. Team settled down a little bit, playing a little bit more aggressive on defense, but not able to do a whole lot on offense. Karina's in to take this face-off. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument. Monument sends a shot in that is intercepted and by Cooper, who chips it out to center ice. Snugs in on a forecheck. Monument passes around and gets it back in. Pass attempt comes in. Dusty redirects it for Pelega, who chips it up the far side boards. The Monument maintains possession. Soft shot attempt from the top of circles is deflected to the corner by Dusty. Snugs gets it, and he tries to chip it out, but it's kept in by Monument once again. Monument controls behind the net. Centering pass comes out. Nobody got it. We've got 6 players in the crease. Squirts out, ends up at the blue line. Shot attempt from the blue line is blocked by Snugs, and Thunder able to bring it out. Cooper's bringing it in to the offensive zone. Chips it back behind the goal. Monument chips along the far side boards. Blasco's holding at the blue line momentarily, but it squirts out to center. Soft shot from the center ice is blocked away by Dusty, and Monument goes in on the forecheck. Blasco brings it out himself, gets it forward. Monument's able to hold their blue line, and they send it back the other way. And Marshall will go back to behind his own goal line to pick up the puck and send it out of the zone. Monument intercepts, redirects it momentarily. Marshall gets control again, and he brings it in 1-on-2. He was offside, so he leaves the puck alone. And the puck is going the other way. Nice move by the Monument forward, boots around the defenseman, gets control of his own rebound, and sends a shot 5-hole between Dusty. That was a nice move by Monument. Unfortunately, we're not Monument, so it's 4-0. 4-0. Monument Hockey Club versus the Thunder. They've been out shooting us pretty much the entire game. Puck is dropped. Looks like Gage Nelson was taking that face-off. He comes out of losing the face-off momentarily. Had control, but Monument's aggressive forecheck gets the puck back. Monument controls in the offensive zone. Paulson gets the puck forward to Koa. Koa gets it to Nelson, who brings it in onside and sends it back, goes in on the forecheck. Koa's got it near side corner. Monument picks his pocket, and they bring it out of the zone. We got Monument offside by a mile, which is a good thing because it was emerging to be a 2-on-0. So face-off left of Dusty, just outside the Thunder zone. Wesley Hall takes the face-off. Face-off is controlled by Monument. Monument defenseman playing catch. Sends it forward, gets it into the offensive zone. And they go in and pick up their own pass. Behind a goaltender, sends it off the near side boards out to the blue line, tripped back in by the D-man. Wesley Hall in. Centering pass is intercepted by Wiseman, who brings it out of the zone, gets it to Ike Everhart. Everhart comes in, gets a shot that is deflected, goes wide. And Monument comes back out. Gets it at center ice. Pushes it in the offensive zone, but it goes too far, stretches for icing. Face-off will be to the left of the Monument goaltender. Karina takes the face-off. Monument controls on the far side boards. Karina is able to keep it in the zone and sent back in behind the net by Cooper. Snugs in on the forecheck, near side corner. 1-on-3. Cooper comes in to help, as does Karina. Puck comes out. Monument gets control of it, and they bring it in. Monument does a nice job. Defense does a nice job bottling up the two Monument players. They're able to get the puck towards the goal, but no harm. Dusty just covers it up as it slides towards him, and he covers up for a faceoff. So face-off to the right of Dusty. Wesley Hall's going to come out and take this face-off. Face-off is controlled by no one, but Monument gets control of a loose puck. Centering pass is knocked away by Dusty. Goes into the near corner. Comes out to the blue line. D-to-D passing. Shot from the top of the circle. Easy glove saved by Dusty, and we'll do it again. So we're going to get a line change here. Looks like coming out on this line change, we're going to have Braxton Burst, Toa Severe, and Karina Frew. And on defense, Gavin Leon and Clint Olson. Puck will be to the right of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument. Top of circles. Nice job keeping it in by a Monument D-man. He sends it to the near side corner. Tollefson brings it out to center ice. Ships it forward. Monument goes back and picks up the puck in their own zone. They turn it over. Karina gets control over it. Gets a pass over to Braxton. He's unable to do anything with it. And Monument takes it back from him and goes behind their own goal. Cohen on the forecheck. Kept in by Tollefson at the blue line. He pushes it further. Monument takes the puck away and sends it back out to center ice. Comes out, Leon stands tall at the blue line, is able to disrupt that rush, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Cohen on a forecheck. Monument in the middle of a line change. Monument forward sends a shot off shelf over the left shoulder of Dusty, coming around the circles. And it is 5-0 Monument. 1:16 left in the second period. That's just a nice play by that Monument forward. He came all the way across the blue line, down the circles, and took a shot from just below the dot. Just beat Dusty over the left shoulder. Face off by Nelson is controlled by Monument. They have it at center ice. Bring it into the zone. Centering pass is intercepted by Blasco, who brings it out of the zone. And he's going on the rush. He takes a hit at the blue line, but the hit is about 1/3 his size, so Will wins that, but loses the puck. Monument wraps the puck off the boards, and they come out of the zone with the puck in the offensive zone. And they currently control in the near side corner. Fan slap shot from the blue line is blocked, goes up center ice. Ike Everhart gets it forward to Hayden Wiseman, who gets bumped off the puck. And Monument recovers. 22 seconds left. Monument content with holding on to this puck momentarily. They send it forward, ship it in the offensive zone. Dover goes back behind his own net, gets the puck. He's being harassed by a forward. Wisely sends it behind the goal, back the other way. Monument defenseman fans on a shot attempt, and some Thunder players get over there, and that will do it for our second period. It is 5-0 Monument Hockey Club. We're being outshot 28-5 in this game, and we will be back in a moment.
So if I sit right here while I so I can hear what you're calling, so I know that what's going on. I love it. That's what I.
Underway here momentarily. Coach Snuggs and Coach Devine were giving the boys an earful. Hopefully we can get a little jump start, get a little offensive action here in this third period and recoup a little bit of momentum from us. Gage Nelson's going to be out to take the face-off to begin this third period. He's going to have Hayden Wiseman, and it looks like Ike Everhart with him. On defense is Dover and Koliga. Puck is dropped. It is controlled by Monument. Monument brings it in the far side boards, but loses it to Koliga, who tries to chip it up. Shot from the blue line is deflected, goes on goal. Nice save by Dusty, who pushes it behind. Puck battle behind the net, 2-on-2. Monument comes out with it. It's a nice centering pass to the slot. Left alone in the slot was Monument. Shot is saved by Dusty, and the puck comes to the near side corner. So we've got a decent puck battle going on in the front of the net. Centering pass. Oh my goodness. Centering pass in the blue line hits a stick. Dover had him tied up. And the puck is chipped and goes top right over Dusty's shoulder. That's just when you got no luck, you just got no luck. And that's where the boys and lady are at today, is they just got no luck. That was just a simple centering pass that chipped and went over. So Gage Nelson takes the next face-off. He wins this one, brings it in. He's 1-on-4. Monument takes the puck away from him and sends it back out to center ice. Wiseman comes in, pushes it forward momentarily. He gets his pocket picked, and Monument brings it in and sends a soft shot attempt on goal. Dusty says no thank you, and he covers it up, and we'll get a face-off. And some new personnel out there. So, running clock now, 13:26 left in the third period. Monument leading 6-0. Puck was dropped. They, like a broken record, control the face-off. But Snuggs comes away with a loose puck, and he brings it out to center ice, 2-on-2, pushes it in the far side boards, back behind the goaltender. Monument goes back, reverses direction, and they start their breakout, and they get it to center ice. They're bringing it in, looks like 3-on-3, get the blue line, nice job from Monument, sends a shot on the top of the circles, and beats Dusty. That one looks like he was coming across. Dusty was going one way. Shot went back the other way, and it beat him low and away. And it is now 7-0 Monument. So, at this point in time, game is a matter of let's just keep our tempers. And puck is dropped. Monument controls. Blasco has it at the center ice and pushes it in the offensive zone. Monument controls in their own zone, sends it out to center ice. Games like this happen sometimes, and when it's bad, it's bad. And Monument brings it in again, 2-on-1. One Monument player takes out a Thunder defender and ends up with a breakaway, and he sends it top shelf over Dusty. And so now we're not bleeding, we are just hemorrhaging. So it is 8-0. Hopefully the team can maintain some composure. Karina's going to be out to take this face off. Puck is dropped. Thunder come away with it momentarily. Koa has his has a puck taken off of his stick, and puck battled is chipped and ends up in the Monument Hockey Club bench. So we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. We're going to have Gage Nelson, Ike Everhart, and Hayden Wiseman taking this face-off. Puck gets out to Monument, who controls at center ice. Monument brings it in. Monument forward tries to go between two Thunder defenders, unable to do so, and the Thunder get it back out to center ice and make him go back and pick up the puck. Monument controlling in their own zone. Stretch pass is intercepted by Ike Everhart, who chips it back into the Monument defensive zone, but they're right there. They pick it up and send it right back out. Puck ends up on a stick of Dover. Dover tries to send it out. It's deflected, and it looks like it goes into the Thunder bench. So we will have a face-off, as that originated from inside our zone. So we'll have a face-off to the left of Dusty. Line change came on out, so it looks like we're going to have Jameson Cooper, Wesley Hall, and Colton Snuggs out. On defense is Tollefson and Leon. Like a broken record, puck is dropped and controlled by Monument. Monument has it at their own blue line. Cooper with a nice job checking Monument player at the far side boards, and then it comes back out to the near side, and Monument is able to get to it. Wesley Call comes in and disrupts a Monument player momentarily. Puck battle in their side corner, and Monument comes out of that with the puck. Pass is chipped off the near side boards. Monument, nice stick work by that player, is able to keep it in. Picks Cooper's pocket, who was going the other way. Cooper finally gets a stick on it, and he jams it out to center ice, and we go for a line change. Wholesale line change. Koa Severe comes out on the ice, picks up the puck, and pushes it in. He goes in to pick up the puck, unable to maintain control. Pushes it forward, though, and it ends in the far side corner. Monument comes out of that with the puck and gets it out to center ice. Karina harassing that Monument forward. Blasco comes in to assist and pushes him behind the goal. He still has the puck on his stick and tries to out-dangle everyone, loses it, and it slides in on goal, and Dusty just says, no thank you, and covers it up. 8:31 on this running clock in the third period. 8-0 Monument Hockey Club. Face-off will be to the left of Dusty. Gage Nelson out to take the face-off. With Nelson is going to be Ike Everhart and Hayden Wiseman. Puck is dropped. Controlled by Monument, but they lose it at the blue line, and Nelson comes in. He's got an emerging breakaway. His second pass to Wiseman to get it along. Monument recovers and gets control of the puck and brings it out of the zone. Monument's now in 2-on-1, sends a shot off the blocker of Dusty, who sends it in the near side corner. Comes out to the blue line. Monument able to keep it in at the blue line, but it goes to the far side boards, where Ike Everhart uses his backhand, gets that center ice, and Monument has to tag up. Thunder have it now at center ice, 3-on-2. Pass again by Nelson, unable to connect with Wiseman, and Monument comes away with a puck. Monument player comes in 1-on-3. Nice try by Marshall to lay the body at the blue line and disrupt the play, and Ike Everhart gets it, and he's now bringing it in. He's 1-on-4 the other way. Backhands the puck back up and get far side boards, where Wesley Hall tries to keep it in, but Monument brings it back out and sends a shot attempt in. Pad save by Dusty. Puck comes all the way out to the center ice, and Monument tries to keep it back in, but it is offside, so we will get a stoppage of play. Now 6:45 left in this third period. Wesley Hall taking this face off just outside the Thunder zone. Puck is dropped. Controlled by nobody. She's setting the length of the ice. Monument goes behind their own goal to pick it up. Snugs in on a forecheck. Monument chips it off the far side boards and out center ice. Wesley Hall comes in, plays the body, comes away with the puck momentarily, but the puck bounces off her stick and goes back to Monument. Snugs gets it, chips it out to center ice. Monument goes back, picks up the puck and brings it in 1-on-4. Carlson lays a check on a kid coming in at center ice, disrupts the play, and puck comes out to center ice after sent forward by Cooper, but it goes the length and we'll have an icing. 5:45 left. You can tell the boys are trying to be a little bit more physical here in this game, just trying to save some face. Hopefully they do it cleanly and don't end up in the penalty box. Brina takes his face off. Puck is controlled by Monument in the far side corner. Nice stick work by Thunder defense. They wrap it off far side boards and are able to disrupt a little bit of a play. Shot from the blue line and is deflected, goes wide of the net, but behind Dusty. Blasco goes back to try and get it. Monument comes out of the corner with it, reverses, send it back in. Centering pass is blocked, goes out to the slot where Monument intercepts it and has control. Shot from the dot, deflected, no harm, no foul, but goes to the near side boards and Monument controls it. Another shot is deflected, goes high and wide, and ends up in the netting. So we'll have a face-off. 4:43 left in this third period. Gage Nelson taking his face-off to the right of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument. Monument shot from the top of the circle. Deflected, but ends up on the stick of another Monument player right in front of the crease. Follow-up shot was kind of handcuffed in, but Dusty makes a nice save, and he covers up for yet another faceoff. Nelson takes his next faceoff. Puck is dropped, controlled by Monument, and sends a shot attempt in wide. Kept in at the blue line. Momentarily, Wesley Hall's able to get it out to Nelson. Nelson tries to deke around the Monument defender, gets it to the near side corner. Centering pass to Weissman's cut off, and comes back out to center ice by Monument. Monument forward in on Kaliga. Kaliga does a nice job pushing to the side. Puck comes to the far side corner, and Monument player sends it out center ice. Excuse me, out to the slot. Monument able to keep it in momentarily. Shot from the blue line is deflected, drops right in front. Monument follows it up and slaps it in, and it is now 9-0. For those of you who may be watching on the game sheet, it says 6-0, but that's because they stopped scoring when we're down that much. So it's 9-0. 3 minutes left in this game. Monument controls the face-off. Another shot from the point, blocked. Near side corner. Leon goes behind his own net to pick it up. Gets it forward to Cooper. Puck comes out to center ice where Wesley Hall picks it up, and he has a lane, but he is cut down by the Monument defense, who's back checking. Puck comes to center ice. Looks like Tollefson pushes it forward to Cooper. Cooper brings it in. He's 1-on-3. Takes it back behind the Monument goaltender. Starts in the assist. Leon keeps it in at the blue line momentarily. Puck goes softly towards the goal. I think that's the first time I've had to see the Monument goalie move in probably the last 10 minutes, but he just covers it up. And we'll go for a face-off, which is going to kill about another 30 seconds of this game. So, on the bright side, nowhere to go but up from here for the boys. Hopefully the next game later tonight will have a little bit better results. Puck is dropped. I'm not going to say it because I'm tired of saying it. So, puck is pushed forward and Thunder go back to recover the puck. Monument comes out from behind the net, the Thunder net. They still control Send it out to the blue line. D-to-D pass, misses. Karina does a nice job disrupting it. She blows a tire, and Monument comes away with it. Shot from near side boards goes high and wide, but once again ends up on a Monument player's stick. Centering pass is disrupted by Blasco. He's battling 1-2 players. Another shot from the Monument is gobbled up by Dusty. For what was probably going to be one of the last face-offs. Looks like Dusty's faced 40 shots on goal. 51 seconds left. He's going to, looks like Gage Nelson's going to take this face-off. Monument controls. Kaliga gets in there and steals the puck, and he sends it behind his own net, but he has his pocket picked, and Monument comes out with it, sends a shot. A shot attempt is disrupted by the Thunder, and Wallace Dover pushes off the boards out to the blue line. It is sent in again by Monument, and glove saved by Dusty, who says, I'm done with this. Covers it up. 19 seconds and counting left in this game. 17, 16, 15. We'll see if we get another face-off or not. Wesley Hall takes his face-off with 10 seconds left in this third period. And puck is dropped. Monument controls momentarily. Dover gets it. He sends it to center ice, and thank merciful God, this game is over. 8-0 Monument Hockey Club win. All gas no breaks for Monument, but the boys maintain their composure, didn't get dirty, so we'll take that as a W. So we will be back later tonight for our 8-something game. We will see you then. Have a good day.